We are live. All right. Well, greetings and welcome, everyone. This is your host, Dr. Wiley, on the path to uncommon growth. This is 30 days of 30. This is the 30th day of 30. And I'm going to give Facebook an opportunity to bring everyone in. And for all of you, our YouTube viewers, God bless you. And thank you for joining us on the 30th day. This is the final day of our 30-day journey. So welcome, come on in, everyone. This is going to be exciting. Let me make sure everyone is here. As you come on, just let me know that you're here and put your name in the comments and let me know that you're here. This is going to be exciting tonight. It's going to be a review tonight. These are the principles that you need to know in order to achieve greater success in your life, in your business, and in your ministry. These are the principles that have served me, allowed me to build a medical practice, establish a medical practice over 20 years ago, launched several other businesses. I've been quite successful. Now in ministry, building an incredible ministry. The Lord has blessed us, and I want to pour out what I have learned from my mentors and from my business partners and my business coaches over the years, and I want to give them to you. I want to pour them out to you. And for those of you who know that you are working towards something, you're working on a ministry project, you're working on a business project, you're working on a nonprofit, that you want to be able to serve more people, and you want someone to come alongside you and to show you, give you the nuggets, give you the principles, and even show you some of the tools that will help launch you into the dimension which I call uncommon growth, then what you want to do is you want to put next to your name, you want to put deep dive. Deep dive. And what I'm going to do is bring a group of people together, a group of you together who put deep dive. I'm going to bring you together on a private platform where I'm going to spend 1 hour together, 1 hour each week for 6 weeks. I'm going to hear what you're working on or what you desire to work on. I'm going to help you craft that. And then based upon what you're working on, I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you the tools, the resources, the things that you need to help you get there. Is that exciting? Or is that exciting? That's absolutely amazing. Well, who do we have? Elder Boyd is with us tonight. Lady Wiley, welcome, welcome, welcome. Tonight I'm going to show you the path again. You cannot miss any of these steps along your path to uncommon growth. If you miss any of these steps, you're going to not only struggle, but you have a highly likelihood of failing to reach your vision or to achieve your vision or reach your goal. You can't miss any of these steps. Even if you find someone, and I would love for you to do this, I want you to take this information, take the path that I'm sharing with you, find someone who has done it before, someone who's in the industry, someone who's in the growth industry, the business industry, the transformation industry, and show them the path, show them what you need to do, and let them help you get there. No one has to go it alone. No one has to get there alone. There's so much information now. There's so many people who are willing to help. I just have the heart to pour it out. What's in me, I want to give it to you. So I'm excited about it. I want you to get excited about it, and let's do it. Let's do it. So if you want to take a deep dive, just put deep dive next to your name. When I launch, the deep dive is my gift to you. When I launch it for 6 weeks, you're going to get the information, and you'll be able to join us on a private platform, and we can do that together. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So tonight, I promised you that I would share a review tonight. Now, let me ask a question first. How many believe that experience is the greatest teacher? Now, you know, if the coach is asking the question, it might be a trick question. How many believe, if you say experience is the greatest teacher, just put experience in the feed. If you believe that experience is the greatest teacher, put experience. Now, before you put that, some people might say, well, what's the catch to the question? How many have experienced something that has given you a negative result? You've experienced something that was detrimental to you, but you ended up doing it again. How many have ever done that before? You experienced something, it didn't turn out right, you didn't do it right, you've even made a mistake. So I've experienced that before. Or how many of you have even seen someone do the same thing over and over again, knowing that they're not getting the right result? How many have ever seen that before? Many people believe that experience is the best teacher. I'm here to help you understand that unless you learn from the experience, you will continue to do the same thing over and over again and get the same result. So experience is not the best teacher. Reflection. Reflection will give you greater information than experience any day. Reflection will give you greater information than experience would any day. So I want you to learn how to reflect. So some people are going to learn today. Some people are going to learn today. Some people believe that experience is the greatest teacher. What a reflection will give you greater knowledge than experience would any day. So what happens is, unless you learn from the experience, how can you learn from the experience? You have to reflect. So what I want us to do tonight is to reflect upon the journey that we took over these last 30 days. I want us to reflect. You should be doing this really once you get into the practice of reflecting. You do this every night before you go to bed. You reflect on that day, and in your reflecting, you actually broadcast or you project what tomorrow is going to be like. That's why people experience uncommon growth in their life, because they learned the power of reflection. Now, remember, you know how I teach about vision. You never get permission from your past to pursue your future. You never ask permission. You never go and get permission from your past. Reflection is only a reference point. Make sure you put that in your notes. Reflection is only a reference point. It is not your starting point. Reflection is for reference. It is not your starting point. You do not ask your past for permission to pursue your future. Corporations do this all the time. They make this error all the time. Businesses make this error all the time. Ministries make this error all the time. When they're planning the future, they're planning when the business plans their projection for the next year. What do? They look at what was the balance sheet for last year. What was the budget? What was our profit last year? How much were we able to do? Well, we did 10%. We did greater than 10% last year. And so they use that. So, well, we know we can reach 10%. So let's shoot for 10%. They look at the economy. They look at what's happening around them, what's happening in the world, how many people are buying, all that kind of stuff, what's happening on the stock market. And they value and they put the projection based upon a reference point in the past. That's not uncommon growth. That's not vision planning. That's not what I teach. I teach you have to pursue the vision based upon what God has given you to pursue, not based upon if it's COVID-19, not based upon a pandemic, not based upon what everybody else in the ministry is doing, not based upon what everybody else in the nonprofit industry is doing. What did God tell you to pursue? What do you feel coming out of your spirit to pursue? Let me make sure. Reflect. There we are. Lady Wiley said, reflect on your experience. You have to reflect on your experience to learn from the experience. Reflection gives you more knowledge and information than experience would any day. All right. Now remember, this is rapid fire. Tonight, I want to give you a little bit more so you can know how to prepare yourself for the 6-week deep dive. You cannot miss any of these steps. This is the path the path to uncommon growth. You can't miss any of these steps. All right, now, the first step, step one, is called your current reality. This is your current reality. This is where you're starting from. This is your current set of resources, your current set of skills. Do you know who you are? Do you know what you have right now? What can you start with? What can you do right now? What is the knowledge base that you have right now? What do you know? What do you know right now? This is step number one, your current reality. What's negative in your life? What don't you know right now? Who is it in your life right now? You know, what set of skill, what skill set do you not know right now? What is the current reality? You have to be a matter of fact about that. Those of you who I'm going to help with this, I'm going to help break this all down to you, help you realize where you are, what you have, what are your skills, what are your resources, and how to link that. That's step number one. All right. Now, step number two is the launching pad. This is the leap of faith. All right. This is the leap of faith. It's the leap of faith versus the leap of doubt. This is the leap of faith versus the leap of doubt. This is where the limiting belief, I call these belief blockers. This is where your limiting belief come up. Most people fail. Most people fail at this step because there are limiting beliefs. There are belief blockers, belief blockers that blocks them, stops them from making the leap, making the jump, taking the first step. All right, this is where people fail. All right, there's one more place on this path where people fail. I'm going to show you that in a moment. The next step is the journey or the process itself. All right, this is the journey. It's called, number three, is the process. You got to go through the process. There is a process to where you're going. There's a path you have to take. This is the process. Along that process, this is one of our QRS spikes, or these QRS complex that's on your EKG, your heart monitor. You see that heart monitor is going up? This is up and down. This is the QRS complex. That means life happens. This is where life happens along the process. You can't skip this. Life happens to you. There are going to be ups, there are going to be downs, there are peaks, there are valleys. This is your exits, detours, and course corrections. These are where course corrections. If you don't have someone helping you with this, you need someone helping you with this. Because what's going to happen when you take the course corrections? Who's going to help you see where the course corrections are necessary? You need someone in the helicopter. You need a helicopter view. You're walking along the path. You're journeying along this path. You need someone in the helicopter helping you see when it's time to make the course correction. That's why you need someone in your life who's going along this journey with you. I call that person a one more person. Do one more push-up. Do one more bench press. Make that left turn. You might not see the need to make the left turn, but someone who's in the helicopter looking down can help you see when to make that left turn. I trust that for many of you, the Uncommon Growth System will help be your accountability partner to help you know when to make those turns. So when we do that deep dive, we want to come in with you to be that person in the helicopter. Okay, so the next step along your path to your future before we get to the future reality, there's one more point. Point 5. This step is called the place of celebration or the place of self-sabotage. Celebration or versus Sabotage. I told you that there is a self-sabotage. I told you that there's one more place that along this path where the majority of people fail. This is it right here. This is the place. They fail at the leap and they fail just before victory. Step 6. They fell just before their future reality. Self-doubt arises. They can't believe that it's them. They're not worthy. They're not worthy of the victory. They're not worthy of Canaan. They're not worthy of Jericho. And just before the breaking of the day, just before the miracle happens, they retreat. They self-sabotage. They do something silly. They do something foolish. They throw it all away. If you look this up, and you look at the research, many people fail right here. And some people, they don't even know why they do it. And sometimes I have to go and help them. I look back in their past and how many people in their life who were close to them actually threw it all away just before they became successful, did something big. And so they're now bringing up something from their past. This is what they've seen. And this is what they've grown up to do. So and another thing that they do is because they know it's going to be so big, they fear success. What's going to happen if I really become successful? My family, my friends, they're going to disown me. I'm not going to have friends. I'm going to be by myself. It's always lonely at the top. In the subconscious mind, it's always lonely at the top. And so they self-sabotage. You can't miss any of these steps. Step 6 is your future reality. This is the vision that you said God called you to. This is the vision. Step 6. At this vision, I'm going to share this with you in our 6-week deep dive. Many people, when they get here, this becomes depressive. This becomes a state of, I can't believe I'm here. And the joy, the journey was so joyous and the energy was so great. Now that you're there, is this all there is to it? God's saying, I brought you here to take you next. Now, unless you realize that, you will actually become depressed at this state. Sure, there's but the celebration happened here. You were even celebrating along the way. Once you get there, unless you understand what this place means, many people get here, even pastors, bishops, apostles, people in corporations. If you look at their secret life, their private life, corporate CEOs, they're very depressed here. They're very depressed here because they don't understand what this state means. Step 6 is actually now it becomes your launching pad for what's next. Your launching pad for what's next. Anybody getting this? Anybody getting this? All right. So I hope you're ready. 6 steps along the path to uncommon growth. You can't miss any of them. You got to be ready for them. I'm excited. Hopefully you are. Remember, reflection will give you greater knowledge and information than experience would any day. You got to learn from your experience. I'm ready. I trust you are. Anybody ready for the deep dive? Just put deep dive. I will make sure I contact you. Today is day 30 of the 30-day path to uncommon growth. I want you to be ready for what God has next for you. I want you to say, I'm next. I want you to say, I'm next. And I know that there's a next in my life, and I want you to be ready for it. And I'm going to help you get there. I'm passionate about this. This is my vision. My vision is to help people create the life that God created them to live. And I'm going to give you the tools, the resources, and the principles to help you get there. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, everybody. You will receive a information from me through Facebook to tell you where to meet and when to meet. I know it's going to be Tuesdays starting November, I believe it's 17th. That's a Tuesday starting November 17th, and it's going to go for 6 weeks. Let me get my calendar. And make sure here. Give me 2 seconds. All right. So November 17th through December 22nd. Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Yep, Tuesday, 7 p.m. every Tuesday for 6 weeks. All right. Bless you, and you'll receive some information. We'll be seeing you next on November 17th. God bless you, everybody. Deep dive. I see a lot of deep dives here tonight. Deep dives. Lady Danielle, deep dive. First Lady, deep dive. Ruth. Ruth Riley said, Ruth Slayton said, yes, I know what that is. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ruth said, Pastor, you're an amazing teacher. Thank you. That's my oldest sister, so she has to say something like that. All right, God bless you, everybody. See you next time.